There are a lot of ways to shoot a basketball and to shoot it effectively. We usually don't think there are, but there are a lot of ways. Generally, when we're being taught to shoot, we're told that there's one ideal way for everybody to shoot. And that to be a good shooter, we have to conform to that very specific and limited way of shooting, even if it feels or looks extremely uncomfortable. But if you watch the game close enough, you realize that's not true. There are so many ways to be a great shooter. This means that in reality, there isn't one ideal form. There's only whatever form that works for you. Take Tyrese Halliburton. Just from the eye test, you can tell that his shot looks a little weird. Does it matter? Not really, because the ball goes in. He's a career 41% three-point shooter. Now take Al Horford. The way most shooters shoot is with their guide hand on the side of the ball, but Al has his guide hand on the top of the ball. It's quote-unquote not normal, and here we can see Steph mimicking what Horford does. But does it matter that it's not normal? Not really, because the ball goes in. He's a career 36% three-point shooter. Now let's compare Trae Young to Kevin Durant and Luka Doncic. They have different set points. Some are lower, some are higher, but all three are elite shooters. They just get it done in different ways. Now take Karl Anthony Towns. He essentially doesn't jump on his shots, or it's usually very minimal. We know how good of a shooter he is, but imagine a trainer or a coach comes along and says, "That's not right. The ideal way to shoot involves jumping a lot higher. So I'm going to force him to jump a lot higher on his shots." Can you imagine how much that might mess up his shot? With some players, there's no need to imagine. Take Giannis. Look at how fluid his shot looked his rookie year. Although small sample size, he was a 35% three-point shooter. But after his rookie year, he became a 16% three-point shooter. And over his career, he never got back to his rookie numbers, maxing out at 30%. This change isn't the result of putting on muscle. It's the result of a shooting coach trying to force an imaginary ideal form onto him. The clear takeaway from all this is that the goal of any shot training should be to help players develop shots that work for them. And this is what the Shot Academy does. It takes into account a player's individual characteristics and trains their brain in a way that helps them unconsciously develop a shot that works for their body. And using the magic of science, the goal is to get results as efficiently as possible, in the least amount of time, with the least amount of energy.